Sal, the ringmaster. Sal is on vacation this week, and guess who he left the keys to the circus? So I'm letting everybody into the circus. I'm letting bears, tigers, oh my. I'm even going to allow Sonar to come into the circus. And guess what? We got somebody named Eli. Eli, the dream crusher. We're going to let that guy in. He's a killer. But this segment is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and a peace of mind. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting, and driving, DUI, court appearances, estate planning, even contracts that people don't understand, plus a whole lot more. For more information, contact Legal Shield at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305, or you can visit them at nocourt.us. Again, that's nocourt.us. All right, we want to give a big shout out to all those listening to us in Hawaii, California. Always got to show them love. It's just something about that California love. KCAA Radio 102.3, 106.5, 1050 AM. Also got to say what's up to Magic. Put a little dust on it. Magic 97.9 in Las Vegas. Corpus Christi 95.1, 96.1, 1230 AM. DJY, what's up down there in hot Atlanta, where I'm broadcasting live, everybody. Broadcasting live. 99.1 FM Metro Atlanta, WBNW New England, Greater Boston area, 1120, 102.9 FM. Also, NBC News Radio, Westwood 1, iHeartRadio, Spotify, many more cities listening in on our Fox, CBS, NBC affiliates. And also we got to say what's up to all those who got your eyes glued on the Sports Circus, watching us on thesportscircus.com. What's up? How you doing? How you feel? AAMP.TV, Hotel TV, all 650,000 of you across America, and those streaming the Sports Circus on Facebook, YouTube at AAMP.TV. Welcome. So, as I said, I'm driving a circus today, okay? And the first act that I'm going to allow to come in and perform for everybody today, those listening and watching, we look better in person. So, hey, you guys need to stream. You need to subscribe to the Sports Circus. But the first act I'm going to allow to come in is talking about this Alex Smith. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about Alex Smith. Alex Smith is the quarterback with the Washington team. They no longer have the nickname, so we just call them the Washington team. Now, Alex Smith had a bad, tragic injury. Man, you don't want to put that on your worst enemy. But here's what I'm thinking, people. This is where I want you guys to think with me, okay? I played 12 years in this game. Started 12 years, played 13. So I think I kind of know what I'm talking about here. Now, I've seen guys come in from return, from an injury. Now, my question with Alex Smith and the Redskins, I almost said, I caught myself, the Washington football team. My question to them, are they really going to give Alex Smith an opportunity to really fight for the position? Because, they have Dwayne Haskins. They got him. They just drafted him, okay? He is projected to be the starting quarterback. And then they brought in Kyle Allen. But here is why I say, will they give Alex Smith an opportunity to compete, or will they just bring him in? Hear me what I'm about to say. Now, check me out. Listen. Will they just bring Alex Smith in just so he can get some footage of him practicing, showing that he's healed, and then they cut him? Because doing that, Alex cannot file a grievance against the Redskins. I almost said it again. It's going to be hard to get away from that. The Washington football team, he cannot sign or file a grievance. So if they show, and this is just the the other side of Tyrone talking here. This is the other side of Tyrone, the one that is the devil's advocate here. Because I've seen this happen, people. I have seen this happen where guys come back from a bad injury and the team clears the guy. They clears him. Now, unless Alex signed some type of paperwork stating that he will accept his money and move on, regardless of his injury, then the Redskins, it's going to be hard, people. It's going to be hard. The Washington football team has to give him an opportunity. So how the Washington football team, there you go, I did it. The Washington football team can get around this is to allow Alex Smith to come back, get him on film. And you know Alex is going to work hard. He's going to run hard because he wants to be on the Washington football team. So he is going to run, he's going to lift, he's going to do everything that they want him to do. And if he's feeling any type of pain, he may even try to tell himself, okay, I don't feel no pain, just so that he can make the team. But are the Washington football team, are they thinking like that? So again, I've seen this, people. I've seen it time in and time out where they bring a guy in, he's had a bad injury, they bring the guy back, they get him out there on the practice field. They let him go through all the drills, put him on film. So again, if the guy gets cut and he wants to come back later and file a grievance with the team, you know what they're going to pull up? They're going to pull up that film. You got it. You got it. You said it. They're going to pull up that film. They're going to say, see right here, you look like you can run. You look like you can jump. You didn't have no problems here. So whatever happened, it didn't happen while you were with us. So that's why my question is leading with Alex Smith. Will the Washington football team give him a legitimate opportunity to make that team? Now, here's the other thing that the Washington football team is thinking about. Alex Smith, remember everybody, he signed a 4-year, $94 million deal. Let that sink on you. $94 million. So now the Washington football team, they're looking at that $94 million. Or are they looking truly at Alex Smith coming back, helping them to be a better team? Well, people, I've seen this game. I played this game, and I think the Washington football team, they will make a business decision. And that $94 million, because guess what? One day, Dwayne Haskins is going to come back, and he wants to redo his deal. Now, you can't have two high-profile, high-paid quarterbacks on your roster. And then again, they got Kyle Allen. So you got somebody making $94 million. You got your future in Dwayne Haskins, who is probably going to start, and then you brought in Kyle Allen. You're not going to pay a backup $94 million. So again, are the Washington football team, will they give Alex a true opportunity? Ooh, as they say, the jury is still out on this one. Okay, let's move on again. We're talking about quarterbacks, right? Dak Prescott. Now, Dak, he's fighting for his money with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones, eventually, you're going to have to pay the man. Pay him. But also, I got to say this about Dak. Now, Dak, if you're looking for Patrick Mahomes type money, I don't know, Dak, if you're going to be able to get that type of money. I don't know. I really don't. Now, I'm for you, Dak. I want you to get all your money. But again, Patrick Mahomes has done some things that you have not done yet. Now, I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just calling it like it is. Just like I would want somebody to call it like it is with me if I ask them a question. I want them to give me the truth. Dak, have you taken the Cowboys to the NFC Championship game? Dak, have you been the league MVP? Dak, have you won a Super Bowl? Now, I believe, Dak, you should get paid. You should get paid. But if you're trying to make Patrick Mahomes type money, now that's a new bar for quarterbacks. I think you got to win a Super Bowl. You got to be the league MVP, and you got to take your team to the championship. And plus, everybody, you got to have a certain type of hairstyle. You got to have a certain type of hairstyle. So I don't think Dak is ready for that money yet. But will he get that money? I do believe he will have an opportunity, but I don't think he's going to get that type of money in this particular contract. Now, if he put in his contract that there's an option year that he could come back to the table and renegotiate after he take the Cowboy to the Super Bowl, and after he becomes the league MVP, and after he goes to the championships a couple times, then you know what? Set that bar, Dak. Get as much money out of Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys as you can. But until then, get what you can. You're not Patrick Mahomes type money. Anyways, we're going to come back with another act. We got Eli, the Dream Crusher, coming up next. Stay tuned.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tozolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AAMP.TV or stream the show live at thesportcircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-755-4281. 800-755-4281. 800-755-4281. That's 800-755-4281.
You guys like that music? It's the Sports Circus. Welcome back to the Sports Circus. Want to welcome everybody at 97 Magic. Sprinkle some dust on it. Magic 97.9 in Las Vegas. And also want to say what's up to everybody who is watching, listening on Fox, NBC, CBS, all of our sports affiliates. This segment is brought to you in part by Cali Vegas, helping people create and host their very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help you with everything, anything you need, especially getting out of sitting in hours and hours of traffic every day, and you can host your very, very own talk show in your very, very own studio. For more information, call Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119 or I just love saying that word, or. That's how you get people attention. Visit them online at CaliVegas.com. All right, everybody, you know what? I got a great guest coming up. This guy, they call him the Dream Crusher. The Dream Crusher, because whatever you are dreaming, if he don't agree with it, he gonna stomp on it. He gonna stomp on it, baby. We got Eli Thompson, the Dream Crusher, calling out of Chicago, the Windy City, 13 years old, with the high school prep report. Eli, the Dream Crusher, what you got for us?
You know, they call me the Dream Crusher, and that's because any dream you have about any sports team doing something magical, I just crush it right then and there. So today we have two topics we're going to be covering. And mainly one, should there be a national high school sports governing body that makes the rules instead of each state that makes the rules, like the GHSA, IHSA, things like that? Back to Tyrone.
Oh, man. Well, hey, give it to us. What you got? Come on, Eli, bring it. Crush them dreams. Bring it, Eli. Bring it.
I mean, I think there should be a high school sports national governing body. Because if you look at it right now, when with the coronavirus, and we have all these states making the rules, and we have 13 states and 30, something like that is going to happen. And is it safe to play? No, it's absolutely not safe to play. But some states, they're just going to go forward, go ahead, make a bad decision, and go ahead and play. That's why there needs to be someone at the top, really a group of people at the top who make a decision.
Well, what about this, Eli? Now, I agree with you to a point, Eli. Now, you are a dream crusher, but I'm a dream restorer. So I'm going to restore this dream. I believe, you know what, the kids or anyone wanting to play sports, whatever it is you want to do in life, you have a free will. You have a free will. Okay. Now, I do believe you should work, you should partner, you should have people who also are experts in their field, medical field, but they're not sports athletes. They're not professionals in that arena. So I agree that you should have people at the top making decisions, but most of these people at the top have not even put on a jock strap. They don't even know what it's like to come into a locker room where the shoulder pads are smelly and jock straps are laying on the floor, and they don't know what a cut, a broken bone. They don't know anything about that. They don't even know the nutrition that these athletes go through. So I think, just me, 12 years playing at a high level, I think that the athletes should have just as much say-so as the governing body.
But let's look at it here. Athletes are going to make the decision when they're 14 to 18 years old. I mean, we can have a reasonable discussion with college players, but we can't even have a close to reasonable discussion when we're talking about high school players. They're not adults. They're not 18 years old, and we have to listen to the medical professionals at this point, because the football people don't know whether we should play or not. Medical people know, not athletes.
Okay. Well, let me ask
people
you,
who
Eli,
actually know.
Did the medical people tell you what to wear this morning? Did they tell you what to wear this morning? Did they tell you the clothes? Did they tell you what breakfast you should eat this morning?
No, but they tell you what's safe and not safe.
Okay, exactly. So I'm leading
They
into
tell
something.
you not to gather with 100 other people.
Okay.
That's what they
now,
tell you, and that's what they know.
When you watch the weather this morning or last night, yes, that meteorologist, he is a professional, just like the medical people. I agree with you on that point. But the meteorologist did not tell you what to wear. He told you, or she told you, what the environment was going to be like. It was up to you then to get with whoever to advise you what to wear, whether you want to wear shorts. Now, some people like wearing all black during the summer if it's hot, if the weather's going to be hot. Okay. But at the end of the day, the medical people, or just like the meteorologists, I'm trying to make an example, they don't know everything. So I do believe there should be a point where the medical people advice, you listen to them, but at the same time, the athlete should be able to make the decision on what they are able to do, along with those who can advise them, give them expert advice, maybe a parent who played the game, maybe the coach who played the game. So that's all I'm saying, Eli.
But we're going to let the high school players make the decision. And they're going to make the decision off of emotion. They're going to make the decision whether they want to play. Kids who are seniors, they're going to make the decision because that's their last year. But they don't actually make a decision of what's safe. We know it's not safe to gather with 100 people. We know it's not safe. We know that. So why are you trying to do it? Why are you trying to do it? If it's not safe.
We know that it's not safe to be around secondhand smoke too, but people still do it. So they taking their life into their own hands. So again, I see it beyond sports. I see it as a decision that everybody should be given the proper information, and then advising everybody of the pros and cons, and then allowing that person to be on their own. It's almost like a waiver. I'm going to tell you what's wrong. But if something should happen, you are on your own. That's why they call this a democracy in this country. But once you start letting people tell you what to do, then you take away that freedom of speech, that freedom of decision, the pursuit of happiness. So if they want to be happy playing sports, that's why people come to this country. So again, going back to the sports segment that you're talking about, let the medical people advise. Tell us what's bad. Tell us how to protect ourselves.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
It's made up to
here's the thing. It's not just to protect yourself. It's to protect other people. It's to protect other people around you. Other people who you walk around the park. Other people who you have conversations with. Other people you meet at a coffee shop. It's not just you. It's others.
Exactly.
Especially with this kind of virus, which is 2 times more contagious than the flu.
I hear you, Dream.
And you're getting that from a 13-year-old.
You getting it from a 13? Exactly. Now, I'm glad you said that. You're 13 years old. Is anybody telling you, advising you to speak right now? Is anybody telling you what to say? Yes or no? No,
yeah,
Eli.
But this is different.
You're basing off of your information that you've been told. You're basing off of information you've been told.
This is 10 times different than a pandemic where it's life or death. This is not life or death. It's about safety. This is not about safety. What is me sitting here and talking to you about safety? Going to a large gathering is about safety. Me sitting in this chair talking to you while I'm outside on a radio show is not about safety.
Okay. Now, what have they told you to do when you get into a gathering? Wear your mask, right? Wear your mask. Do everything you can to protect yourself. There's certain types of masks you can wear that will reduce the particles that come out. Those little slim, thin masks that people put on, like those little surgical masks, those things are no good. They don't stop none of the particles. But then there are certain masks that you can wear that stop 100% of the particles that may come out of your mouth or inhale. So again, it's all about education.
No matter what, it's still about safety. It's still about safety. And you can't wear a mask while playing a game.
Well, Eli, have you played sports? Have you played football?
There was an LSU football player who said he can't even breathe in a mask in a mask while playing football, and we want them to wear it 3 hours while playing a tough game where you run, and it's really hard with your physical strength to do it.
Well, you know the great thing about the human body,
50% of your oxygen is gone.
The great thing about the human body, Eli, it will adjust. It will adjust. That's the great thing about being a human being. It will adjust. And just like the virus, the flu, the common cold, whatever it is, whether you go up north to live and you used to stay down south in Florida, your body will adjust. So it's all about education. It's all about getting knowledge. And I think people they will be okay. Well, Eli, you know what? Carry us out, Eli. Send us out, Eli.
Thank you for being with us on the Sports Circus. We'll be back next segment.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tuzolino, host and remaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AAMP.TV or stream the show live at thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-755-4281. 800-755-4281. 800-755-4281. That's 800-755-4281.
Hello and welcome back to the Sports Circus. This segment is brought to you in part by the American Business Trust Company, helping companies with business strategies, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing companies with a physical location or on the internet. Visit them online at www.abtrustco.com. AAMPTrustCode.com, or that's my word today. Call them at 657-600-1876 to learn more. That's American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. All right, people. I have the honor of introducing or interviewing my next guest. I'm predicting is going to be a future track Olympian. I'm just going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is TYRONE Poole. I'm a track student athlete at Lenoir-Rhyne University.
Hey! Tyra, where is Lenoir-Rhyne University?
Lenoir-Rhyne is actually located in Hickory, North Carolina, which is about an hour north from Charlotte.
Okay. Well, what you say you do track and field. What track events do you perform or you represent your university in?
So I run my main event is the 400, but I also do the 200, and then I also do the 4x1 and 4x4 relays.
Whoa. Did you say the 400? The 400.
Yes.
Wow, that 400, man. What?
It's a tough race.
Yeah, talk about it. What is the most difficult part in your mind? What you say is the most difficult part about running the 400 meters?
I would say the back straight is the hardest because that's where you're the most tired, and then you're also losing your technique. So basically on that back straight, you have to remember to keep your technique at all times and push yourself so you can finish through the line.
Wow. Now I ran track as well. I went to Fort Valley State University, which Lenoir-Rhyne played Fort Valley in football this past season. But I ran track. I did the 100 and 200, and I would run the 400 meters on the 4x4 team. And I'm telling you, that 400 meters, it seems like as I got around to that last straight, like you said, that last 100, it seems like the finish line was moving farther away from me than it was coming towards me. I was like, oh my goodness. So speaking of the 400, what strategies would you give someone that wants to be a great 400 meter runner such as yourself?
So I'm going to tell you the race model I use that we came up with. So basically, you want to get out on the first curve. You don't want to go out too hard, but you don't want to go out too hard. So then when you get to the beginning of the straight, you want to float. And when I mean float, you want to, conserve energy and not run too hard. And then you're going to last all the way till you get to the second curve, probably half of it. And then you're going to start pushing again, use your arms. And then basically the last part of the race, you just push and you use everything you got left in the tank.
Wow. That's a pretty good race model. And, it's funny that most Olympians follow that same race model. You got a lot of kids to get out there, they run at 400. They say, I'm just going to run. They shoot the gun. I'm just going to run. Exactly. And they get arrested at 200 meters. And what's that animal that they say normally jump on their back? What do they say?
They say elephant, gorilla.
The bear, I don't know if I want a gorilla jump. Yeah, that bear jump on your back. But to run that 400, you got to have a difficult mindset. Your mindset just has to be just like no other. Let's talk about the mindset of an athlete. How do you get yourself prepared to run, which is arguably the toughest running event in track and field? How do you get yourself prepared to run that event?
So first I'll listen to some music. I'll take my energy drink, and basically the type of music I listen to is kind of weird. I listen to rock music, but also since Rocky is my favorite movie, and whenever I watch that movie, I feel like I want to work out. Sometimes I'll play some Rocky music in my headphones, and then that's when I start getting into the mood. And then every time before I run, I always pray.
Oh, dang, I like that.
That's how I get my mind ready.
Hey, that's how you have to do it. So you get out there and you work that thing.
Yes, sir.
You work that thing. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. What is the most memorable 400 meter race you've been in? Like this one just sticks into your mind. Like, I'm going to remember this when I'm 190 years old. This race here was one of the most memorable 400-meter races of my career in college.
I don't really have like a college memory. I would have to say when I ran USATF, it was my first time making it to the Junior Olympics. I know I've been trying to make it for the past couple of years, but I finally made it that year. And then another memory was when I was about, I don't know how old I was, about 14, 15 maybe. I finally broke 60 seconds that I was working on so hard for a lot of years. I know both of us, we were cheering when I crossed the line, looked at the time and said like 59. I was like, I did it. So that took a long time.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I remember that exactly. You had won it so hard. You worked so hard. And for those who don't know, the USATF, that's the United States of America Track and Field. So it's the Youth USATF. So that's where all of those who consider themselves great track athletes, they come. And if you're running in the summer, I'm telling you, you are a serious athlete, whether it's AAU or USATF, because it's hot out there. All I can say is it's hot. It's hot to the point where we bring tents, we bring fans.
Umbrellas.
I would bring a generator, umbrellas, everything. I would bring a generator just to plug it up so we could continue to get the fan circulating. And sometimes it's only circulating heat. But I want to visit a quick moment, Tyra. Again, talk about the mindset, because you work so hard to get to a certain event, and then boom, something collapsed. Like for me, playing professional football, I may work all the season, the whole entire season, to get to the AFC, NFC championship, and then I pull my hamstring or I get injured right before the big game. And you talking about a deflator, something that really ticks me off. I want you to go back to the moment where you qualified for the finals in the USATF and something happened. Describe to everyone what happened.
Okay, so about a couple years ago, I made it to the finals. This is, I think, regionals, and then it goes to nationals. So I was in the region finals, and I was getting ready for a race. I was warming up and everything. And then, you know, they call everyone like, okay, all the runners come to the line. So I was getting ready, getting dressed, and I looked through my bag. And when you run, you need a number on your, you pin to your uniform. So I was looking through my bag and I couldn't find my number. So I looked at my dad. I was like, I don't have my number. What do I do? And I called my mom, and she was on the way from the hotel, and she was like, I don't have it or whatever. So I couldn't run in the finals. And unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the nationals. So that was a pretty heartbreaking moment, because I was doing so well. And basically, I was seeded to win the whole region in the finals. So I was just sad. I was kind of depressed. I went to the car, I started crying. I was so mad at myself. And then eventually, when I got back to the hotel, my number was sitting on the desk.
Wow. Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
Now, if you could advise any incoming freshman, college freshman, student athlete, what would you tell them is the biggest adjustment? Now we're just talking about school as an athlete and being a student. What advice would you give any college freshman who's coming in, that the biggest adjustment that they would probably have to make or they would encounter being a student athlete? Because you yourself was once an incoming freshman student athlete.
I would say time management is a big one. I kind of struggled with that my freshman year. Basically, it's kind of hard balancing work and then athletics at the same time, because you got to do work for all your classes and then you have practice afterwards. And I pretty much messed up on that my freshman year. I was so busy. I had so much work, and then I was trying to balance practice. And then all at the same time, I wanted to hang out with my friends, play video games, hang out in my room. But now I have a new schedule where I do all of my work every week, and then I save my me time time with my friends and then playing video games for the weekend so I can focus on my work and then my focus on my athletics. And that has helped me a lot.
Well, I tell you what, you did better than I did. When I was a freshman coming in, my mind was totally focused on football. I'm like, if it wasn't oval, if it didn't have laces on it, if it didn't have stripes on it, I didn't want to be a part of it. So you either find me in the cafeteria eating. As soon as I ate, I would go pick the football up or go pick some weights up. But you know what? You're doing a great job and you're balancing athletics and your studies. So that is always good advice to give all those who are coming in from high school going into college, because guess what? It's going to be a very big adjustment. You know what? We got more Tyra, the future Olympian pool, coming up in our next segment. You don't want to miss it. We're going to talk about this pandemic and how she's dealing with it in college. Stay tuned for more Sports Circus!
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com, or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tozolino, host and remaster of The Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AAMP.TV or stream the show live at thesportcircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day. So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Hello, this is, do I need to say my name again? I'm going to say it because I love saying my name, and I love saying two-time Super Bowl champion, American Ninja Warrior Tyrone Poole, here with the Sports Circus. Want to welcome everybody again, Magic 97.9 in Las Vegas, all of our CBS, NBC, and Fox affiliates, everybody watching from Hawaii to California, all the way to Atlanta, up to Boston, Titletown. I have an important message for consumers, business owners, and managers. For information on the best high-speed internet, satellite, TV, cell phone services, identity protection, home and business security systems, credit card processing, plus savings on electricity and gas bills. Who don't need savings? Contact 702-799-9935. That's for information on smart savings for homes and businesses. Contact 702-799-9935 or learn more at safelyspend.com, or you can just send them an email at info@safelyspend.com. Now, also, this segment is brought to you in part by Creatine Logistics. Nothing is too big or small. We move it all. We offer all aspects of logistics. If you are an independent owner, operator, we are here for you. At Creatine Logistics, we are reliable and dedicated. Service at your fingertips. For more information, contact Creatine Logistics at 404-965-2858. Again, that's 404-965-2858, or you can email them at creatinelogisticsllc@gmail.com. We have a future Hall of Famer, TYRONE Poole, here joining the Sports Circus, and we're going to dive right back in it, Tyra. This is our last segment, but I want to ask you, now a lot of students are returning back to campus, their university campuses all over this country. Now, you have returned to campus. Upon returning, you had to take, I believe, a COVID test and waiting, and you're still waiting for the results. You're still waiting for the results, right? Okay.
Yes.
So you guys really are quarantined. You guys are quarantined because you really can't do anything, correct? Okay.
Yes,
how
sir.
has that affected you and your classmates, knowing that you guys are restricted from leaving your rooms?
It's been so boring. I've been trying to keep myself busy by watching movies and playing video games, but now I'm bored of that. And even my roommate, she said she's bored. So basically, we can't leave our rooms. We can't go hang out in other people's rooms, stuff like that. So we're basically on lockdown in our rooms.
Wow, locked down. So what is the daily COVID-19 protocol for the students at your university?
So for women's track, we only get an hour to go outside and work out. So that time is at 8 a.m. An hour. And then the men's, they go at 9 a.m. And then we get breakfast after that. And then the coaches bring lunch to our rooms around 12, and then they bring dinner around probably 4:30. So yeah.
Wow. You talk about quarantine. Whoa, you guys are quarantined. But you know what? Give great shout outs to Lenoir-Rhyne, the coaching staff. They are trying to do their best to make sure you guys are healthy. And you guys are just getting that cabin. You guys are getting that cabin fever already. Fever. But here's a question I want you to answer. Now, we, again, all over this country, athletes are returning back to school. Students are returning back to school. As a collegiate athlete, do you think the NCAA 100% should tell athletes whether you guys can play or not play sports during this pandemic? What are your thoughts?
I'm kind of 50-50 about that. I think we should have our own decision to see if we want to play or not. But at the same time, I know it's not safe for us to play. But actually, we just had a Zoom call earlier with our head athletic trainer, and he said that if we don't feel safe playing our sport, we can actually take a break from our sport, and they will not take away our scholarship or reduce our scholarship. So basically, our school's giving us the option if we want to participate in our sport with COVID going around. And
again, I think that's very fair. I think that's a great assessment that you just brought up there. You want to 50-50, because sometimes you have these people, and I've said it before. I even said it with Eli, the dream crusher. I told him that I think it should be 50-50. I think they should listen to the athletes because it's our body. We have a free will. We want to take on their advice because they are knowledgeable in their field, whether it's medical or whether it's whatever it is. We also are professionals. You are a professional, sort of, you don't get paid, but you are a doctor. You have a doctrine. When I say a doctrine, basically you have done everything from the time you started playing sports, running track, up until now. You have gotten many hours in on how your body feels, and your body has been sick, your body has been healthy. So I think it should be 50-50. We take what the medical people are saying, and then they ask the athletes, how do you guys feel? And then together we come, and I think we have the best solution. So I agree with that, 50-50. Now, as a student living on campus, what has been the biggest adjustment that you had to go through during this COVID-19 pandemic?
So basically, when I first got on campus, we got an email from the housing people. They're like, you have to wear a mask at all times when you go in, and when you go out of your room. And basically, they have, in every dorm, they have a warning poster on the back of the door saying you need to wear your mask everywhere you go. And it was hard for me to move in because I had my mask on and I was getting tired and I was breathing hard and I could barely breathe out of my mask. So I would say the one big thing moving on campus was the mask feel, wearing a mask everywhere.
Now, last year, before the pandemic actually happened, it was pretty much easy. You know, you guys could go from room to room and you could sneeze on one another, and everybody now, you know, they would say, bless you. But now if you sneeze around people, they turn in their head trying to run from you and try, almost like they're like, okay, let me go get another COVID test. But there has been a big difference from last year and this year as a student. What about the classes? Are you guys like classes? How would the class situation go? Would you guys operate from your room, Zoom, or will you guys go to the classes? Would there be a certain number of students admitted during a particular time? How would that work as a student?
So they changed up our whole school schedule. So basically, we would go all the way from August to probably the beginning of December, but they cut that back. So basically, now we have our final exams at the end of November during Thanksgiving break, and we stay home after that. And they also said that they're separating our desks in the room. But the thing is, that's not going to fit all the people. My thing is that they're not going to fit all the people in the room. So I'm like, can only a certain number of people come in? Because they haven't said that yet. And then they cut all of our class times down to 1 hour. So every single time, every single class is an hour now. And then usually we would have Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. Those classes are only on Monday and Friday. So they changed up the whole schedule. And then the school is giving everyone masks.
Wow. So have they told you guys, like, what is the protocol for, like, if someone does test with COVID-19, have they told you guys how that would be worked out? Will you have to be quarantined? Will you have to go home? What was the update about that?
So our head athletic trainer said, if you test positive for the coronavirus, you have to stay quarantined in your room for 2 weeks. They can't come in contact with anyone. They will ask you questions about if you were with anyone. And if you were with anyone, then they're going to go and test them, of course. But I know earlier they said, depending on how far you live from the school, they'll send you home. But if you live too far, then you have to stay quarantined in your room.
Wow. Were there any students that remained on campus? Because I know this pandemic happened early in the year. Were there any students that remained at campus that were athletes that you know of? And how did they handle the situation?
So I know all the international students, they got stuck here on campus. I have a friend, she's from Brazil. She's also on my track team. I know she had to stay on campus for a little while over the summer, and I know it was not fun because I know they had to stay in the room. My roommate also stayed on campus. She also told me that when she and my other friend, when they tried to go work out on the track, they said they weren't allowed to. They almost got in trouble because they had to stay in the room and they weren't allowed to come out.
Wow. So that you talk about going from slim to maybe oversized because you can't work out. But wow, that's wow. But that's the unprecedented lifestyle that we have now. Now let's go over and ask you about the athlete. I just asked you about the student side. What, as an athlete, how has practice been different from last year compared to this year?
So for our practices starting on September 8th, the athletic trainers, they are providing all the athletes with masks. They call them gaiters. We have to wear them at every single practice. And for our track practice, our coach told us that when we warm up, we have to be kind of spread out. But once we start doing our event practices, we can remove our mask and run without them. We just have to stay separated from everyone.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good call. It sounds like you guys got a great administration at Lenoir-Rhyne, and also your coaches are very on top of everything. So we have a couple of minutes left. Outside of being a student athlete, I know you have maybe some organizations and causes that are very close and dear to your heart. I know the TYRONE Poole 38 Foundation is one that's close to your heart. TYRONE Poole, we support the family unit, mother and daughter, mother and son, father and daughter, father and son events. Are there any other causes that are dear to your heart that you believe in, and why?
First, I'm going to start off with any animal rescue because I have a huge soft spot for animals. I also have a French bulldog. His name is Beau. They're the type of breed that they depend on humans. Humans have to take care of them. They wouldn't be able to survive out there by themselves. So, and then I would support the ending hunger around the world.
Wow. You guys have heard it. We've had the opportunity to have a future Olympian, Miss TYRONE Poole. Thank you for coming on the Sports Circus. We want to thank everybody for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time on another great episode of the Sports Circus. See you guys next time.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.